A common theme among many anime movies and TV shows is supernatural abilities beyond anyone's wildest imagination. Usually these powers grow progressively. The hero trains and grows to overcome the villain. By the end of the struggle, they're vastly more powerful than they were before. This contrasts to superheroes like Superman, whose powers are inherent to his person. Of course, not all anime characters are like this, and some don't have superpowers at all, but are keenly skilled in martial arts and combat, like Batman. But among all the characters in anime, who are the most powerful? I'm Mike with List 25, and here are the 25 most powerful anime characters of all time. #25. Ash Ketchum. Even as a young kid, Ash Ketchum had lofty goals of finding all the Pokemon, earning all the gym badges, and becoming the best Pokemon trainer in the world. Though only a human, Ash has a special ability to manipulate an aura similar to other heroes in his world. However, he chose not to master this magical power. Instead, he continued focusing on catching, training, and fighting with Pokemon. Despite his youth and size, Ash defeated many trainers in battle and deserves a place in the annals of powerful anime characters. 24. Spike Spiegel. Cowboy Bebop's Spike Spiegel has several human abilities, including sharp eyesight, perception, and luck. During his past employment with the Red Dragon Syndicate, Spike learned all about weaponry and hand-to-hand combat. He's also a stellar pilot. His ability to slip out of any problem with his keen intellect and charming wit makes him a force to be reckoned with. 23. Kenshin Himura. Though he vowed to never kill again, legendary Batosai Kenshin Himura is an unstoppable force on the battlefield. With great agility, speed, and reflexes, he hacks and slashes through any opponent with ease. Everyone in Meiji-era Japan feared him and his sword techniques. 22. Motoko Kusanagi. Major Motoko Kusanagi, also known as just Major, is a cyborg and leader of Public Security Section 9, a police force in Japan. She has incredible abilities, including super strength, speed, and agility. She's also equipped with a cloaking device, giving her the power of invisibility. With almost near immortality and the ability to complete any mission presented to her, the Major isn't someone you want to mess with. 21. Android 18. Though eventually defeated in the Cell Saga and Dragon Ball Z, Android 18 is arguably one of the most powerful female characters in anime history. She defeated Super Saiyan Vegeta and potentially could have defeated Fusion Piccolo if they weren't interrupted by Cell. Her insane level of strength and speed made her virtually unstoppable at the time. She almost became the World Martial Arts Champion. If she hadn't let Hercule win, she would have. She eventually settled down with Krillin and took care of her child, Marin. 20. Edward Elric. A child prodigy in alchemy, Edward Elric proved incredibly powerful to anyone who stood against him. Ed lost his right arm and left leg in an alchemy accident when he and his brother Al tried to bring their mother back to life. He was then fitted with automale prosthetics and could transmute them to his advantage. He's one of the only alchemists that doesn't have to draw a transmutation circle to utilize the elements around him in combat. He can essentially create and form any object to his will, and is able to copy the fighting styles and alchemy of others into his own style. Without question, Ed is a powerful force of nature, even if he is a little short. 19. Trunks. The son of Vegeta and Bulma in Dragon Ball Z, Trunks showed increased proficiency in training and battle, able to achieve Super Saiyan status faster than his father Vegeta. As time passed, Trunks' power surpassed many of his peers, except for Goten, who he had a rivalry with. However, as other enemies grew stronger, Goten and Trunks were frequently forced to fuse together to keep up with them in strength. Despite this, Trunks always proved to be a powerful fighter on the Dragon Ball battlefield. 18. Broly. Broly first appeared in the movie Dragon Ball Z: Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan. As one of the legendary Super Saiyans that only appear every 1,000 years, Broly has unspeakable power, and ultimately had to be defeated by Goku. While defeated one way or the other by the Z fighters, Broly continued to increase his strength and avoid death at every turn. Eventually achieving Super Saiyan level 3, Broly's villainy was always a thorn in the Z fighters' side. 17. Inuyasha. Because his father was one of the most powerful demons to ever live, Inuyasha didn't fall far from the tree, becoming a powerful half-demon. His abilities were far-ranging, including super speed, agility, strength, and durability. He lived much longer than most people and was able to transform into the yokai form. This gave him even stronger powers. Except in this form, he was mostly an evil, all-consuming force. Inuyasha rarely seemed to have limits with his powers, always overcoming his enemies. 16. Tetsuo Shima. Tetsuo was an average kid before being experimented on by the Japanese government. After the experimentation, he developed powerful telekinetic and psychic abilities. Trying to better control his powers, Tetsuo goes on a violent rampage until it eventually consumes him and the entire city in a giant explosion. Spoiler alert, I guess. 15. Yusuke Urameshi. Besides super strength, speed, and stamina, Yusuke Urameshi had enhanced control of the spirit world, capable of harnessing incredible power and inflicting it on his enemies. Some of his techniques include the Spirit Gun Mega, Demon Gun, Spirit Shotgun, Spirit Wave, and his transformation. With his transformation into a demon, Yusuke is at his most powerful. 14. Sailor Moon. Usagi Tsukino was just a regular teenager before being bestowed with incredible magical powers. Given the title Sailor Moon, and with the help of her other Sailor Scouts, she pursued and defeated the Dark Kingdom, among many other evil foes. As the series progresses, she grows in both maturity and strength. Essentially a goddess by the end, Sailor Moon is incredibly powerful, with dozens of magical techniques lending her the ability to overcome all obstacles. 13. Gohan. Unlike his father Goku, Gohan doesn't crave the thrill of the fight, and just wants to live in peace with his books. But that doesn't stop him from becoming an incredibly powerful force in the Dragon Ball universe. Becoming the first to achieve Super Saiyan 2 and defeating Perfect Cell once and for all, Gohan was the most powerful force on the planet, but decided to retire and become a scholar. Of course, with the advent of Boo and many other villains, he was always brought out of retirement to take on the next powerful villain. 12. Naruto. Though initially a poor student, Naruto Uzumaki became one of the most powerful shinobis and realized his lifelong dream of becoming the 7th Hokage. As an Uzumaki, Naruto had an innate chakra, giving him the ability to achieve several transformations and using techniques like cloning. Eventually, he could control all element types, including wind, lightning, earth, and water, among many others. 11. HOWL Jenkins Pendragon. HOWL Jenkins Pendragon is a powerful wizard in the movie Howl's Moving Castle. With the ability to transform into any animal, and by having a cunning intellect, he can sneak in and out of any situation and teleport from one place to the next. Being one of the most powerful wizards in his world, it's safe to say defeating him would be no easy task. 10. VASH the Stampede. VASH the Stampede, also known as the Human Typhoon, is a perfect marksman and powerful humanoid intent on keeping peace and love throughout the world. However, despite his intentions, he's a wanted outlaw due to the destruction and chaos surrounding him. Along with his near-perfect aim and fast healing, his angel arm is what makes him the most powerful. If unleashed to its full potential, it could destroy the entire world. Fortunately, VASH refuses to kill anyone, a virtue his enemies often take advantage of. 9. Monkey D. Luffy. With a name like Monkey D. Luffy, you might not think he could be very powerful, but make no mistake, he is. Besides physical strength, where he can shatter steel with his bare hands, after eating the Gum Gum fruit, Luffy is capable of being elastic and stretchy, punching people at far distances. Through intense training, Luffy discovered many ways to utilize this ability and enhance his strength, speed, and agility. By the end, Luffy is practically an unstoppable force. 8. Vegeta. Son of King Vegeta, and one of the last survivors of the Saiyan race, Vegeta was originally a villain in Dragon Ball Z, and continued to be Goku's rival long after. Believing a lesser Saiyan shouldn't be more powerful than him, he trained hard to overcome Goku, but his arrogance and pride always kept him one step behind. He defeated many enemies in the Frieza, Cell, and Buu sagas, putting him at the top of most powerful Dragon Ball warriors. As time went on, he became a powerful ally and friend to the Z Fighters, despite his snarky and arrogant personality. 7. Goku. In the anime world, Goku is synonymous with power, always getting one step ahead of his friends, rivals, and enemies. Even when he gets knocked down, he finds a way to push harder and fight on. He's usually considered the most powerful fighter in the Dragon Ball world. One of the first to achieve the levels of Super Saiyan during his fight with Frieza, Goku continued to grow in strength, eventually reaching Super Saiyan level 4. Of all the heroes in the series, he's the one to usually defeat the greatest of villains. 6. BEERUS. BEERUS is an immensely powerful purple sphinx in the Dragon Ball Z universe. He's one of the most widely feared beings, even by Shenron the Dragon. In a dream, BEERUS is told he will wake and fight the Super Saiyan God, who turns out to be Goku. At the end of their battle, even Goku couldn't defeat him. 5. VADOS. An angel from Universe 6 in the Dragon Ball Z universe, VADOS is a martial arts trainer to BEERUS. Being stronger than both her brother Whis and BEERUS, she's on an entirely different level, capable of easily defending against most attacks, looking all across the universe with divination, and unleashing waves of destructive power. 4. Light Yagami. With the power of the Death Note, Light Yagami has the ability to kill anyone he pleases simply by entering their name in the book. Wanting to rid the world of criminals, he gradually becomes cold-hearted and ruthless. With such unspeakable power, it's no wonder. However, whether good or bad, having the Death Note makes him one of the strongest in anime history. 3. Saitama. Saitama in the anime One Punch Man is so powerful, none of his foes stand a threat, making him question his existence. He gets no thrill from fighting, because all it takes is one hit and they'll be defeated. Because of his incredible strength and ability to defeat anyone who opposes him, Saitama is definitely one of the most powerful anime characters ever. 2. Lain. Blurring the lines between the physical and digital world, Serial Experiment Lain is an anime about what makes up our world. Eventually, it's discovered Lain has total power over the entire world and everyone's mind as well. This power puts her on the level of a goddess, having the ability to do whatever. 1. ZEN-OH. If there's a character in anime who reaches the highest point of power, it's ZEN-OH from Dragon Ball Z. As King of the 12 Universes, ZEN-OH has unlimited power with the ability to wipe out all 12 in the blink of an eye. While he doesn't fight, and there's no known example of his full abilities, many characters, like BEERUS, are unquestioning of his power. Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the bottom right so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these 3 videos here, or just head to our website at list25.com.